Good morning, Bande Matram. Welcome all of you. The topic here to be discussed on the mother's working. Very interesting topic, really charming. And things to be known how what is the style of mother's working, how mother works really, what here mother is for, and how she is working. So many times you people keep asking the questions. This was a tradition almost. People kept asking Sri Aurobindo about the mother's working. Even many questions have been put to the mother on her working style. How she works really? What is the method? What is the system? Many, not only one or two, many times. Even we are asked a number of questions on that chapter. Here, we are going to have a discussion glimpse from Sri Aurobindo's writing. Sri Aurobindo how explains the mother's working. Initially, Sri Aurobindo quotes, the mother deals with each one in different way. In different way, with each one in different way, according to their need and their nature, because personality and nature varies from person to person. Their need also varies. Their nature varies. So with each one, not one type of thing you will do so that people will come and enjoy everything. Like nothing like this. Choice, nature, their need varies. So mother deals with men, each one in different ways according to their need and their nature, not according to any fixed mental rule. Nothing like this. Not according to any fixed mental rule. Mental rule we have created. Not according to the mental rule she deals really. Nothing. No, it does not happen. It would be absurd for her to do the same thing with anybody, everybody, as if they were machines already. That's what we were discussing. Like machine, same way for everybody, the same output, the same style, the same process, but it is not repeated by the mother. Because mother knows the personality, nature, need varies from person to person, from sadhak to sadhak. So she has to deal that way. Analyze. She has to analyze. Suppose you have got some tablets, something like paracetamol or coldarian. Whoever are coming, you are giving one tablet because that is with you. You don't know the real stamina, actual lacuna where it lies. People are having some common cold, they are having some fever. You are giving some paracetamol or coldarian or something like this. But it does not work when you are going to the super specialist. Something like your medicine specialist you are going, it does not work that way. See, they have to analyze on and on. Specified medicine they give. But here, the shopkeeper, medicine store owner, they are having the same medicine and they are selling it again and again. If it is not working, then you have to go somewhere near a pharmacist, then maybe towards a MBBS doctor. If all fails, then you will be sent to the super specialist. Here also same thing, that varies. Not in the initial level, people who are accepting, they are happy with this ground material. But when you touch up, you move up. The same thing with everybody, as the machine's mother does not give that way, that medicine, which had to be touched and handled in the same way. Machine, fan is moving from same way, in same manner, and the principle is the same, process is the same. There is absolutely no change. It does not at all mean that she is more affection for one and than for another. It does not actually. It never differentiates that something is there for somebody and different from another. It is not like this. But actually, how it works. That's what mother chooses. And those she touches in a particular way are better sadhakas or less sadhakas. That is not also the phenomenon. That is not the right the thing to say. Suppose she has somebody touched somebody, it indicates that she is very much fond of them. No, no, nothing like this. More fond of or less fond of. That does not happen here. Better or lesser does not work there. The sadhaka thinks that way because they are full of ignorance and ego. They can't see something more than their ignorance, their level, ignorance and ego. Bearing those two levels, they can't look up. That is the problem. That is the problem with them. So, ignorance and ego, instead of thinking whether the mother favors one more or one less, that way they see because of their ego and ignorance. They can see the things impartially, very crystally, very clear in a crystal manner, a clear manner, with luminosity. They can't see. So, comparing and watching what she does, that is the two things normally happens. Compare and watch. She has given red, pink blessings to somebody and the blue blessings to me, and green to somebody else. So, mother is doing some partiality. It does not go that way. It is our ignorance. It is our ego. We watch in the very human way of looking, human way of achieving, comparing, and human way of achieving. They ought to be concerned at pranam with only one with their one spiritual reception of her influence. Pranam, concentrated. They concerned with pranam, and they think in their own spiritual response of his influence. Then Mother Sri Aurobindo explains about the pranam. Normally, pranam was actually banned. So pranam is for that and not for these other things. Like this they take. Why mother is not allowing us to touch the feet? One beautiful thing was there. In time it was there. This pranam, touching the feet and this prostrate, everything was allowed. But once mother was compelled by the sadhakas, it was requirement. I can't say the term compelled is the right term, but anyway, it was decided, and the mother was had to accept that she put on a pair of socks. So later on, sometimes knee upwards position, people were in some worst condition. They were allowed to touch that person. They were allowed to touch, and the people that also there are also some some human mind. It think this business is to think over. So that time actually it was thought that the mother is having some back pain, some problem with the back pain and something is there. So she is not able to bend down. For that actually it was allowed to touch the knee, the elbow upper person. But it was not right. Later it was supposedly clarified, not really. You have, if you are in a deeper concentration, you can think of, because that transformation had already started, and the transformation started from below to top. For that actually, that power, that force, it will be normally simply unbearable for the people who are touching. For that actually, they were not allowed to touch the feet. So they were not allowed to touch the feet. It is nothing in that. Pranam for that actually. Pranam, for that. Of this type or the other things which have nothing to do with the sadhana. It is your mental setup. With the mind you keep. So this is this is a side, in one way you are thinking. It is from ignorance or ego, comparison is there, mother, and concern is there, comparing, watching, you evaluating, so many words you are using, but it is not the thing. Mother is not doing any partiality for them. Thing is that it has to be viewed very consciously and very widely and in a very impartial manner. That is what then you will get the answer. Suppose you have come to a consciousness that has the value of that brings value to your normal thinking. If it is mixed, then you can see everything is impartial as per need, because the need and the personality and the nature varies from person to person. As per their personality and nature, mother is dealing with everybody in different ways, different methods. That's what has to be understood. Again, Sri Aurobindo goes forward a little bit. Jealousy and envy, great things. Jealousy and envy are things common to the human nature. So they see, Sri Aurobindo was that much straightforward. It's clearly expressing the views. Jealousy and envy, two things, are actually common in human nature, but they are the very things that a sadhaka ought to throw out of himself, without which you can't get. Because the bag is full, how will you be able to get the higher force, higher power, higher ananda, higher light? Because it is Adhar is full. Sri Aurobindo quotes again, you have remembered, if you wish to install there the living presence, keep the temple clean. Keep the temple clean, clean inside your heart, your temple of the heart. You just have to clean so that things will emerge, things will stable there. And once suppose you feel that this your Aadhaar, your base is full, then where shall you keep the things? Suppose you are having one bag that contains that will contain around 5 kgs of material things. Anything you grocery or whatever you want to purchase, be it, vegetable or anything something like non-veg, you go. Immediately you are rushing in, you find this potato was is cheaper than yesterday. Yesterday it was 25, right now it is 22. So out of ignorance or curiosity or greed, you have purchased 5 kgs of potatoes. At least some 10, 25 rupees, 20, 25 rupees is saved. Then bag is full. Even if somebody is going to offer the mushroom at a very reasonable price, maybe with the 25% discount, but you have nothing to do because your bag is full. That's what jealousy and envy are the two things common to the human nature. Not it does not mean that it is found in Mr. X and Mr. Y. It is not there. You cannot like this. It is common to every human nature. And these are the things, very things during the course. These are the very things the sadhaka got to throw out of himself. Unless otherwise you throw, very difficult, not at all possible to do the sadhana. You have to think, throw out the, identify and watch, and then cleverly, as immediately throw out these two things like jealousy and envy. That is the very things to be thrown out of you. Otherwise, why is he a sadhak at all? With this, it is you are not you will never be considered as a sadhaka, because it is with everybody and you also possess it. Then how can you be able to get? He is supposed to be here for seeking the divine. Then what you are here for? That's what Sri Aurobindo tries to clarify. You are here for to seek the divine, but in the seeking of the divine, jealousy and envy too, angry also, anger also, have no place. If you place it, if you keep it inside you, then it is a debacle. You can't proceed in the process of sadhana. For that actually you are here. If you want to be ordinary person, staying in the ordinary consciousness in an ordinary world, that's good. You go and possess your jealousy, envy, anger, it's fine. And if you want to be considered as a sadhak, these are not at all required. You have to throw them out. If you are keeping it and proceeding and you are claiming that you are sadhaka, then it is irreasonable. So you have to throw them out. They have no place absolutely. They are movements of the ego. They don't have the ego because they are the movements of the ego and can only create obstacles to the union with the divine. Yoga, what is the meaning of yoga? Union of the divine. And these ego things are emerged out of the ego. They are actually inside you and surrounding you, enveloping you rather. They will be obstacles. Obstacles obstructing you from the union with the divine. Then if they are creating obstacles, they are obstructing you. And you are happy in carrying them, in nurturing them, then how can you be able to know, you say that we are doing the sadhana in proper way? How? That's what to be question to be put. Don't imagine that way. Don't imagine that truth and falsehood, light and darkness, surrender and selfishness can be allowed to dwell together in the house consecrated to the divine. In ordinary hearts, it can stay, but the hearts that are consecrated, if these things have no place, like this jealousy, envy, and anger, you have to take care. You must be got rid of. Thank you. Vande Mataram.